I was 6 years old when my dad packed a duffel bag, hugged me once, and told me he was going on a trip. I remember asking if he'd bring me something back. He said yes. He never came back. At first, I waited. I'd sit by the front window whenever a car slowed down on our street. My mom stopped correcting me after a while. She just said, "He's not coming today," in the same voice you use when you tell a kid it's raining again. By the time I was 10, I stopped asking questions. By 13, I stopped talking about him entirely. By 18, I told people I didn't have a dad. It was easier than explaining the hollow feeling you get when someone chooses a life without you in it. My mom raised me alone. She worked double shifts, missed school events, and still somehow made sure I had dinner every night. She never talked badly about him, which almost made it worse. There was no villain to hate, just an empty space where a parent should have been. Last week, someone knocked on my apartment door. I almost didn't answer. When I did, I saw an older version of the man from the few photos we still have. Grayer, thinner, familiar in the way a stranger who knows your face can be. He said my name like he'd been practicing it. "I'm your dad," he said, as if I could have forgotten. He told me he'd made mistakes, that life had been complicated, that he'd always thought about me. He said he was sick now, that he didn't know how much time he had left, and that he wanted to make things right. I didn't invite him in. Instead, I asked him why he left. He paused for a long time. Then he said something I'll never forget. I wasn't ready to be a father. I told him that I wasn't ready to grow up without one either. He cried. I didn't. I told him about birthdays he missed, about my graduation where I scanned the crowd anyway, just in case. About how every big moment of my life carried the same quiet question. Why wasn't I enough? He said he was sorry, over and over, and maybe he was. But apologies don't raise children. Regret doesn't show up to parent-teacher conferences. Guilt doesn't teach you how to shave or drive or believe you're worth staying for. I told him I'd think about whether I wanted a relationship. After he left, I sat on the floor and cried for the first time in years. Not because he came back, but because I finally accepted something I'd been avoiding my whole life. He didn't leave because of me. He left because of himself. I don't know if I'll let him back into my life. I do know that the child who waited by the window finally stopped waiting, and somehow that feels like closure.